Hi friend, I'm Audrey. I'm so glad you found your way to my channel, and this is gonna be another really great day. I can feel it. You know, I remember when I first became drawn to rocks and crystals over 30 years ago. That ages me, doesn't it? I was at my great-grandfather's house for a visit, and I was a really nosy little girl. And I walked into a room that will forever be known as the magic room. When I walked in, everything lit up. No, literally everything lit up. Everything sparkled. There were crystals in the windows that cast rainbows on all the walls and throughout the whole room. And there were rocks everywhere. There wasn't a surface rocks weren't on. Polished rocks. There were geodes that sparkled like crazy, which of course also, like, in my little brain, it was just magic. Polished rocks, raw stones, crystals, geodes, ugly rocks, pretty rocks, red rocks, every color of the rainbow. Then there was jewelry that was in various stages of being made. I'll never forget his rock tumbler. That thing was so loud and it was really ugly. And it turns out that he found all of these rocks in the foothills right across the street from his house when he'd go for little strolls through the woods. And he'd bring them home and he'd polish them or he'd cut them. He built little silver settings for them. I didn't even fully appreciate it at that point in time, but it was quite an education. And he would make things out of these rocks, like belt buckles, bolo ties, necklaces. Saw all of this gorgeous stuff and I got caught. But my great-grandfather didn't react in the way that I thought he would. Instead, he showed me a bunch of stuff. He picked a little red rock off of the shelf and he put it in my hand. Do you know what this is? What is it? It's a ruby. A real ruby? A real ruby. Wow. A real ruby. And he said he had a few gifts for me. I thought I was getting a ruby, but instead he pulled out two really ugly, big rocks. I'm like, oh man, you've lost it. But he says, no, looks can be deceiving. And he hands me the first one and he says, this is petrified wood. And immediately it took on a whole new value for me. Then he hands me the next one and he says, this is a dinosaur bone. And he went on to teach me about different rocks and how to tell what value they held. These are little details that most people wouldn't know to look for, especially if you're going into a rock or crystal shop. You can't pigeonhole this into just one topic, such as mindfulness or meditation or chakras, but it applies more to the balance that naturally occurs in nature that we can bring into our own lives. My great-grandfather taught me that all elements, rocks, minerals are alive. Nature, he said, always provides a way. I mentioned elements earlier because he also taught me about the power in water, but that's another video. The wisdom he passed on to me in those early years ignited a passion, an obsession for me that led me to where I'm at now. Things, meditation, mindfulness, rocks, crystals. I began bringing rocks home and painting them. And then I started learning about the spiritual aspects and benefits. And I've always felt this undeniable draw. Because my great-grandfather taught me how to spot the difference between one rock and another. For example, between one piece of quartz crystal and another. Specifically, how to tell the specific vibrations that each individual rocks have and how that will benefit you most. Because he taught me all of this, every item in my shop will be superior to anything else out there because they are handpicked by me, which saves you the time and energy of having to search for it yourself. I use specific combinations of elements that work in harmony with one another, that enhance each other's natural vibrations, which benefits you in a very specific way. What you'll learn on this channel is how to use these special tools and get the most benefit from any rock, crystal, or element, whether you got it from me or not. You'll be surprised how much potential one rock can have and the difference it can make in your life once that potential has been unlocked. So I have a question for you. If I hand select a combination of elements that helps you improve your life in one area, what would that be? For example, want something to help you with depression and anxiety? Or do you want something more for protection from things such as EMF? There's a rock for that. Or would you like something for prosperity and abundance? Do you like something that's very grounding, that's specifically for PTSD and dissociation? There's a rock for that too. Please leave your answers in the comment section below, as I will be checking them to see what it is you want. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. And as always, I will see you in my next video.